Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Dr. Terry Saul, men and women in Sequoyah School District, we'd like to welcome you to the Sequoyah High School 2025 Volleyball Senior Night. At this time, please direct your attention to center court as we recognize our lone senior. Our senior for the night is number 4, Miss Lydia Jo Parkey. Lydia is escorted by her parents, Audrey and BJ Parkey, and her younger brother, Barron. Lydia started playing volleyball, of course, when she was 6th grade here at Sequoyah, and has progressed all the way up to her senior year. Her favorite volleyball memory is when Brooke brought Pinky the fish in a water bottle to the Oklahoma Union game her sophomore year. Lydia is also a current student council vice president. She's class vice president, a Girl Scout national delegate, a member of the Spanish Club, National Honor Society, and the academic team. After high school, Lydia plans on earning a bachelor's degree in English before becoming an international humanitarian lawyer. Lydia would like to thank her mom, Audrey, for always supporting her with her volleyball career, whether it's emergency washing of her jersey or getting her food before the game. She wants to say thank you so much, Mama, for everything you've done. She'd also like to thank her dad for always driving forever from work to get to my games, and for our debrief sessions on the drive homes, and for always pushing me to do better. Barron, my little brother, thank you for always making fun of me at my games and supporting me throughout the years, and for being the team's personal cheerleader at every game you're at. Thank you to the past and present team members for your support throughout the years. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present you our 2025 senior, Miss Lydia Jo Parkey. Schools, administrators, and faculty would like to thank you, Lydia, for all your efforts and all your hard work in making our program here at Sequoyah successful. We wish you the best of luck as you soar into the future. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have one more round of applause for Miss Lydia. 3, Caroline Collins. A senior, number 4, Haley Bridgeford. A freshman, number 6, Faith Brewer. A junior, number 8, Madeline Faust. A sophomore, number 9, Drew Schaefer. A junior, number 10, Giovanna Jelsi. A senior, number 11, Rayleigh Grimes. A junior, number 12, Karis Miller. A junior, number 14, Roxy Grieshmer. A junior, number 15, Ava Etheridge. A junior, number 17, Annabelle Mullins. And finally, a sophomore, number 22, Emily Bridgeford. They are coached by Yanique Bennett, assisted by Christina Bridgeford. And now for your Lady Eagles, leading out of sophomore, number 1, Evan Gibson. Of freshman, number 2, Alice Michaels. Our senior lady of the night, number 4, Leah Parkey. A freshman, number 5, Hayden Charles. A freshman, number 6, Bryn Ratliff. A freshman, number 7, Abby McGee. A junior, number 8, Grady Morales. Another junior, number 10, Haley Budget. A freshman, number 11, Avery Conger. A freshman, number 12, Ella Henson. A sophomore, number 13, Italy Cooper. A sophomore, number 14, Silver Walters. A freshman, number 15, Bella Brown. A junior, number 20, Lexi Dunphy. And finally, a freshman, number 21, Riley Howell. Lady Eagles are coached by Zoe Kersey, assisted by Sequoiah's own Carly Wagner. Ladies, the court is yours.
Welcome to the historic Olin Graham Fieldhouse here on Sequoyah, the campus of Sequoyah Public Schools. My name is Britton Ross, alongside my partner, as always, Dakota Jackson. We're going to have a good one here tonight. The number 1 team in 3A in Metro Christian, the visiting team tonight, taking on the 12-13 Claremore Lady Eagles, Sequoyah Claremore Lady Eagles.
Oh, man, Claremore Lady Eagles. Dr. Saul wouldn't like that. But, yeah, we're last home game of the season, and then we're off to regionals where Coach Kersey said they're going to be going to Metro Christian to play.
And they've already played Metro once. They lost in 2 sets back on September 12th by a set 1 of 25-15, set 2 25-9 at the Wesleyan Christian tournament.
And Metro's pretty much been doing that all year to everybody.
Metro's only lost twice, first to Cassia Hall and then Victory Christian. They were swept 3-0 in both of those games. Outside of that, they've only lost 5 other sets.
Yeah, it's kind of insane how dominant they've been, and it's not like a lot of those sets. The majority, I would say probably 95% of those sets have not been close.
I would say the same. And so the vibe tonight is the Eagles, we're going to go out there and do our best and, try to almost like a scouting match, because they're probably going, more likely than not, they're going to play them again in the near future. So,
yeah, this is all about gaining confidence, seeing how you match up, and seeing what the other guys got.
And even if you lose, if you're able to take a set, and Coach Kersey told us this, see if you can just strike a little bit of fear into the Metro Christian Patriots.
Make them sweat just a little bit.
They do get that first point there. But if you are able to take a set, which is no small feat in itself, but the next time you play them in a couple weeks, they'll have that in the back of their mind.
Yeah, a little bit of doubt creeps in, like, hey, we can lose to these guys.
That was Conger getting it over. Roxy Grissomer. There's Bella Brown for the Eagles. Gibson, a good recovery there. Conger back over. Patriots able to keep it alive and toss it back over. Alice Michaels for Avery Conger. Received from Rayleigh Grimes. Spike attempt denied by Gibson. Here's Bella Brown with a tap over.
Good volley.
Gibson again. Conger again. That one's blocked and is down.
At a big first point for the Lady Eagles there. Heck of a volley to start out this game with. Early first point going to the Patriots, but the Eagles able to win that volley.
That was Hayden Charles that was serving. A good spike there. I think that was Roxy Grissomer.
We're going to see a lot of good spikes tonight. We were watching them during warm-ups, and it seems like every single person on Metro Christian can hit the ball very hard and very accurately. So you're going to probably hear some pops tonight.
Faith Brewer serving for the Patriots. And we also saw that they were in the warm-ups practicing those low line drives that you saw there, and pretty much everyone was able to do that as well.
Yeah, they very multifaceted team, and it's, you know, anybody who plays them this year, it's a tall task.
Michael serving. Bella Brown is too long. Tonight is senior night. We did celebrate our one senior, Lydia Parkey. She told us before the game that, you know, this season, it's just been really fun.
Yeah, she's had a good time, and she feels like she's really improved as a player. She wasn't able to play a lot last year due to injury, but this year has gotten a lot more experience and, like you said, has had a lot of fun. And she gets that point. What a job by Lydia there, rising up and getting the just first touch spike over.
Haley Budgick serving. That one's spiked, blocked by Gibson. Michaels to Bella Brown, can't get it. Just misplayed it off the hand.
Yeah, unfortunately, she had the time and space to be able to get it over the net, just mishit it off the side of her fist.
Here is Parkey again. Brewer setting it up for Haley Bridgeford. Michaels taps it back over. That was Giovanna Jelsing with the point.
For the Eagles, this is really going to be interesting to see how they approach this. You know, talking to Coach Kersey and Lydia, both saying just kind of go out there and have fun. But it's hard to have fun if you're getting blown out. So if they can keep it close, again, moral victories.
There's another error by the Patriots. And the last time we were out here broadcasting volleyball, Sequoyah got it to the fifth set and was down 7-1, and it was able to rally and win against Oologah, who was a top 10 team in 4A.
Yeah, that was an electric game we were here for, and a great job by the Eagles. Big confidence booster, I think, because they went out the next game and beat Dewey, another ranked team, but in 3A.
Gelsing again. And the Eagles cannot save that one.
Tried as hard as they could, though. I mean, no lack of effort from them there. 2 dig attempts. Just unfortunately can't get it to the third person to try and get it over the net.
And that one is into the net from Haley Bridgeford. One of only 2 seniors for the Patriots. It's Haley Bridgeford and Rayleigh Grimes for Metro. Another hard spike attempt. Here's Michaels setting Gibson with the underhand pass. That one partially blocked. Gibson does save it, and Conger gets it over. Another spike attempt. That one's down from Emily Bridgeford, the sophomore.
Yeah, there's just, if you're the Eagles, it's kind of just hang on for dear life whenever they spike the ball. I mean, they're so good at attacks.
Just try to get into a position where you're able to, dig it out.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, because there's gonna be gaps. It's impossible to close every single gap. You just got to make sure Metro doesn't find too big of one to where you can dig it out, like you said.
Michaels for Avery Conger. Here's Emily Bridgeford. And Conger just has to swat it out of her face. Can't blame her for that one.
Yeah, it's almost like you got to play self-defense out here if you're the Eagles.
Michaels for Parkey, blocked, and it still gets down.
Good job, Lydia, again, getting that point. They tried to block it and unable to do so, and it just kind of turns into miscommunication there. Nobody was able to get to it for Metro.
That was Riley Howell serving for Sequoyah, and another hard-hit ball from Giovanna Gelsing.
The one thing you're not going to see from Metro very often is the mental mistakes, the miscommunications. Not very many of them on their part. Sequoyah has to be, if they want a chance to take a set, they pretty much have to play perfect.
And usually, I mean, you do see that from those teams that do contend year in and year out for championships. Is the program as a whole is just a lack of mental errors.
Yeah, the coaching is so good, the players are so good that they just don't happen very often.
Emily Bridgeford serving again for Metro, into the net again. So, I mean, we've said that, but they have had a couple of errors that are allowing the Eagles to kind of just hang around.
Right.
Because I think now they've had 2 or 3.
Yeah, the Eagles, I think they've gotten like 3 points off of attacks and everything. So, but a lot of their other points have been like the serving errors. And right then, again, Metro able to find the open space. Got to rotate quick if you're the Eagles.
Faith Brewer. Here's a Michaels setting for Lexi Dunphy. And a good recovery from the Patriots. Here's Michaels again. And no one home for Sequoyah.
Metro taking advantage of Sequoyah kind of scrumming around the net. You see almost everybody in that front line.
Michaels for Emmon Gibson. That one's blocked, but still, I guess that would be tipped and not a full block.
But they're going to have, another thing, if Sequoyah wants to stay in it, is they're going to have to rely on Emmon Gibson a lot, as they have pretty much all year. She's been so good.
Gibson does lead the team in kills this year.
301, that is a huge number. The next closest is Avery Conger with 92.
Here's Grady's Morales serving. An awkward exchange from Ava Etheridge. Alice Michaels and nobody home. That one was just an awkward set. She set it, and no one was there.
Yeah, and like you said, with Metro, they had an awkward, exchange on that from the serve, and yet they were still able to pull together, whereas Sequoyah just not able to.
Another misplay from the Eagles makes it 17-10.
Patriots starting to pull away. And that'll be a timeout for Coach Kersey.
We'll step aside with them. 17-10 here in set number 1. Haley Bridgeford serves. Michael setting for Lydia Parkey. Received by Bridgeford. That was Emily Bridgeford with the spike attempt. Michael setting for Emin Gibson. A nice and easy tip, gets down right on the line.
Great job by Emin. Good anticipation of where the blocker was going to be and just tapping it up, and good accuracy on it too to get it right on the line.
And here is Emin Gibson serving. Smacked back over by Karis Miller. There's Conger, got it over for the Eagles. Emily Bridgeford, received by Gibson. There's Conger again, that one's blocked. Gibson saves it. Conger again, trying to find the open floor. Here's Emily Bridgeford, and that one's able to get down. Partially blocked by Parkey.
Mark of a good team is how they play whenever things are not, let's say, in structure, a little bit chaotic. And Metro just doing a little bit better job of staying with their game plan, whereas Sequoyah scrambles a little bit. But we talked about it all year. This is a really young Eagles team.
Of course, we mentioned earlier, only one senior. And there is Parkey.
Parkey starting off with a really good game so far. Senior leadership trying to keep her girls in it.
And we've seen Sequoyah lose the first set in games before, but able to fight back and make it more competitive in later sets.
Yes, and although I don't think they've been down 9 so early, like in those first sets, or I guess it's 8. The scoreboard here says 2011. That's also been kind of a thing this year.
Grismer setting. That was Caroline Collins into the game, I believe, for the first time.
Just a mishit there, trying to get it over the net by Conger mistimed her jump a little bit.
Gelsing got it over. Michaels for Conger. That was Collins who got it over for the Patriots. Conger again, received by Gelsing. Here's Emily Bridgeford. That one is ricocheted back over the net off of the hands of Gibson, but spiked back down.
Yeah, that one, no one there for the Eagles to try and block it. I think they were anticipating that hitting the net.
Michaels for Conger again. That one bounces back to the Eagles side. Conger again, that one's blocked by Rayleigh Grimes.
Metro looking just a little bit more composed than Sequoyah.
And now set point for Metro. Gelsing serving, and that one is an ace. Patriots take set one, 25-12. Eagles looking to regroup when we come back. Sequoyah looking to bounce back here in the second set after losing set one, 25-12. And Metro just looked a little bit more composed in set one, is what you said.
Yeah, it was close for a little bit, but Metro definitely got it together and just pulled away pretty quickly.
which is something that Metro has done basically in every game except for 2 this year.
Yeah, it's definitely been Metro's thing this year. But there's a point for Sequoyah. Just did not anticipate that little push over. And so Emily Bridgeford misplayed it.
Alice Michaels serves it into the net.
It's actually kind of unusual for her. She has the 3rd highest serve percentage at 88%. So not something you see very often from Michaels.
Conger goes cross court. That one's tipped. Here's Gibson going for Conger again. And the Eagles cannot save it. That was Haley Bridgeford.
Yeah, that was one of those lasers. Pretty much had no shot at getting to it, or getting a good hit on it, I should say.
That one just barely squeaks over. That was Rayleigh Grimes trying to get the spike and hit it just short.
Yeah, just hit it right into the net. I thought it was blocked at first, but you're right, Britton. It was right into the net.
Michaels for Bella Brown now, and that one rides its way across the net, but not over. Here's Grimes serving for Metro. No spin on that ball. Michaels for Lexi Dunphy. Haley Bridgeford got it back over for the Patriots. Dunphy again can't hit it over. Just a misplay there.
Eagles starting to make more and more of those mistakes. Early first set looked pretty good, and then as we got later into it, and now this early second set kind of turned into the theme of the game.
Bridgeford goes too long on that one, 5-3.
Sequoyah needs to get a rally going here, get some momentum. Been a while since they've had it, if they've had any, to be honest.
There's Faust. Can't get it over for the Patriots. That's Madeline Faust. 5-4. Haley Budgick serving. She has the best serve percentage on the team, and I think right there you can see why. Parkey with a little tap over. And Haley Bridgeford, another laser.
They're just so good at those attacks. And that serve really helped out the offense. I mean, it curves, has this up or downward curve to it, and so somebody has to dig it out and digs it over the net, just right into the waiting spike of a Metro player, but Eagles able to get that point.
That was Emmon Gibson with that kill.
Right in that back corner.
Something we've seen a lot of this season, but not a whole lot tonight. we have seen some teams kind of put more defenders on the side that she's on, which does open it up for other players.
For sure. The Eagles have had to, throughout the season, they were very one-dimensional that first part of the season. We saw during that Ulaga game, though, they started getting more scoring contributions from other players. So that's a good sign. They just need to be able to do that today.
And maybe a little bit more consistency.
Yeah, for sure. They are holding it close, though. But a lot of that's from Metro's mistakes.
Michaels with the underhand pass over. Here's Gelsing with the spike.
And that one just, again, so well placed. Nobody over there. Emin was already anticipating it to go more toward her, and she was able to place it to her left. And there's a mishit.
Just off the hands of Gibson. That's exactly why everyone tries to do those low line drives.
So difficult to get to.
Giovanna Gelsing serving again. Here's Avery Conger. Emily Bridgeford, another kill.
Patriots again really taking advantage of Sequoyah being unable to just kind of keep up.
Parkey goes over the head, but out of bounds. And timeout Sequoyah.
Definitely a much needed timeout as Metro going on a huge run.
And we, Dakota, I mean, we both know that neither one of us have super extensive volleyball knowledge, but just in general as a coach, I don't even know what you can say in this timeout other than, hey, just try to calm down and
compose yourself, do what you know how to do, and don't beat yourselves is pretty much all you could do, which Sequoyah has done a little bit of that. But also, I mean, yeah, Metro's definitely doing their fair share of just playing really good volleyball, too.
Gelsing serving again. Here's Parkey. That one tipped back over. I think that was Emily Bridgeford there. Giovanna Gelsing serving again. Again, the low line drive. And they're coming in so hot that it's so hard to play them.
Yeah, they're getting the angles. Sequoyah is not able to get a good angle to be able to receive it.
And there it is again. And Haley Budrick's able to save it for Sequoyah. Now everyone's got to get back. Emily Bridgeford straight in between two defenders.
Yeah, it was a great save. Just got Sequoyah discombobulated. They do a really good job of getting back in position, but again, it was just a precision kill.
How many serves in a row is that now for Giovanna Gelsing? It feels like at least
10 or 11?
I was going to say at least 6. I don't know if it's quite that many. Conger got blocked.
Trying to slide in with the foot was Budgick.
So the wrong sport. Softball regional's not in Sequoyah. They're in Chandler right now. Which, by the way, the Lady Eagles softball team did go 1-1 today against Roland. So now they will play Chandler at Chandler tomorrow at 11 a.m. And we'll keep you updated on our social media pages at SEQ1 Athletics. And Chandler High School, actually, their student broadcast program does live stream the Chandler Lions games. So that's a great kill there from Sequoyah. And it did get the crowd back into it a little bit, and maybe some frustration unleashed there. But back to what I was saying, the Chandler Lions student broadcast program does broadcast their own stuff. It's on their Chandler High School YouTube channel. So if you just go to YouTube, search up Chandler High School, it should be there. Again, that's at 11 a.m. Sequoyah's got to win 2 games. They have to win back-to-back games against Chandler to move on to the next area of the bracket. But Chandler just has to win 1 game because it's double elimination.
Chandler kind of playing like Metro Christian, but for softball this season.
Yeah, we saw. So Roland beat Sequoyah this morning at noon, or I guess right at noon, not this morning. Roland beat Sequoyah. Roland then immediately had to play Chandler, and then they lost pretty bad, I would say. It was like 7-0, I think. It was 4-0 in the first inning, so definitely could have been worse. And then Roland immediately had to play Sequoyah again for their 3rd straight back-to-back-to-back game. Conger coming in hard. Eagles not letting go of set number 2 so easily.
Yeah, getting the crowd fired up, getting themselves fired up, even down 12.
But yeah, at 11 a.m. tomorrow, look up Chandler High School's broadcast of the Sequoyah Lady Eagles in the playoffs for softball. And then tomorrow night, the varsity football team takes on the Jay Bulldogs, and it's carnival night. So just a lot going on.
But if you can't make it to the game, or you just want to go to carnival, don't want to stay for the game, catch us here for that.
There's Bridgeford again. And, yeah, slight schedule shift with Carnival. I believe we'll be live with our pregame show around 6:10 to 6:15-ish. Then Carnival, we will be live for that at 6:30, and then game time is at 7. And then, as always, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X at SEQ1 Athletics. We'll keep you all updated on everything Eagle Athletics. Ball hangs up on the net. And Budget goes sliding into the stands, but she gets up pretty quickly.
Some great effort out of these girls. It's really good to see, even, losing this badly, to still see those kind of plays. That's really encouraging to see from Coach Kersey's squad. And did they just award a point? Oh. So they took a point away for Metro.
Yeah, they ruled that a Sequoyah point, but I do not know why.
We are lost.
Unfortunately, we don't have any communication with the scores table across on the other side of the Olin Graham Fieldhouse. Here's Emmon Gibson. Ooh, good block there from Lexi Dunphy. And that one's out of bounds. Haley Bridgeford tried again.
Yeah, that looked like some frustration. A frustration spike out of Metro, but unable to keep it under control and get it in bounds.
And then Gibson goes flying, but that'll be Metro point. Yeah,
that first hit, again, diving for it. not able to get as much on it as she'd like, and then Michael's just kind of having to desperately punch at it. Way too far for Gibson to get there.
That one's into the net from Drew Schaefer. Budgick serving. Wants another hard hit ball. And Budgick just a missed slap out of her hand. So it'll be Haley Bridgeford serving again for the Patriots.
Eagles getting a few points here or there.
Bella Brown, an easy tap over. Here's Emily Bridgeford. That one's blocked. And that one's blocked again from Emin Gibson.
Good job on that block. Hit it into the leg of, I didn't see who it was, but it hit into her leg while she was standing out of bounds.
And that one does go out of bounds.
So now on to set point for the second set. Sequoyah trying to stay alive.
They do. Into the net again from Haley Bridgeford.
Trying to get it over Lydia Parkey, I think. Thought about it a little too much.
Gibson serving. That one nearly hits the lights. Emily Bridgeford does win the set for the Patriots. This one by a score of 25-13. Sequoyah down 2-0. We will be back for set number 3. Metro Christian Patriots now a 2-0 lead over the Sequoyah Lady Eagles. About to start set number 3 here in the Olin Graham Fieldhouse. And, I mean, I don't know what to say at this point because Metro has just seemed so dominant.
Just like they have all year. All you can really do if you're Sequoyah is try to stay close, and they have, early in these sets, they have been able to do that, but Metro's just so good at pulling away as that serve just inside the line.
Emily Bridgeford serving again. This one received from Emin Gibson. There's Avery Conger. That ball goes sky high. And Haley Bridgeford. This Metro team has just been so good at, even when there's not necessarily open space in the floor, there are very narrow pathways for the ball to get down. And you have to hit it at 100 miles an hour for it to get there. And they just have been.
Yeah, it's just so, I guess, surgical with their accuracy on these kills. And yeah, 100 miles per hour exactly is the way to put it. Those small creases do not matter to them.
And now 5-0 for the Patriots.
It's as if Metro has like 4 or 5 Emin Gibsons on their team.
There is Gibson. Etheridge goes and tries to save it, and Emily Bridgeford's able to get it back over. And that was Bella Brown getting that Eagle point.
Great job by the Eagles, getting them a little discombobulated with Emmons' serve, and then Brown getting it over into the empty space. They had to lunge for it and couldn't get a good hit on it.
Oh my goodness, Haley Bridgeford.
Angry at the ball. Goodness.
I don't know how to stop that. Like, I have no idea.
I don't know if you can. Hayden Charles just kind of getting out of the way. I mean, what else can you do?
Bella Brown knocking it back over. Etheridge saving it. And touching the net goes the Patriots. Point Sequoyah.
Let's see here. Oh, I think, no, they ruled on the set. I believe they ruled that she was over the line when she was setting up for the attack. Oh, my gosh.
That was Haley Bridgeford again, but she went well over the net.
What a spike, but yeah. Way over the line. Goodness.
Haley Budgick serving. Etheridge receiving. Brewer setting, and that one was blocked, but blocked it into the net. Point Patriots.
It's pretty crazy when we're oohing and awing these spikes that aren't even counting.
Emin Gibson got blocked. Here she is again. Received from Emily Bridgeford. Here's Haley Bridgeford. Easy tip over.
And Gibson getting a little frustrated. She has made a few mistakes tonight that we haven't seen in the previous broadcast.
That one does go out of bounds. I mean, I would think that it's hard not to be frustrated at this point.
Yeah, not used to getting blown out like this, you know, and
in total, in the 3 sets combined, it's 58-19.
It's definitely not where Sequoyah wants to be. Yeah, go out and have fun, but you want to keep it close, and Metro's just inevitable.
Like even I think some people don't whenever we were in high school, we played Locust Grove whenever Locust Grove had multiple Division I athletes in football. And there was, I believe it was the Claremore Progress said that they expected the game to be 66 to, I think, 10 or something like that. And then we came out and yes, Locust Grove won because, of course, they did, but it was only 50 to 30. And we were like, see?
I see this as an absolute win.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not as bad as you think we are, but I mean, yeah, there are just teams that are just that good that even those closer games, even if you lose,
it feels good knowing that you proved someone wrong.
Yes, and that's where Sequoyah is at right now. And
I say we played. Dakota and I were career bench warmers.
We were on the team. We were cheering them on.
We sure did practice.
We sure practiced. Scout team MVPs right here. We see some of Sequoyah's best runs, though, is when Eamon Gibson is serving. But unfortunately, that one goes out of bounds.
Looking ahead, it is likely that Sequoyah and Metro will meet up again in districts. Coach Kersey told us before the game they will likely play Summit Christian first if everything kind of stays where it's at. Of course, I mean, this is senior night. I'm not sure if maybe schools have until the rest of this week to get the rest of their games in, if they've had to make anything up or anything like that. But more than likely, Summit Christian would be first, which they did play earlier this year, and they did lose in 3 sets. But Sequoyah, from a month and a half ago to now, has been completely different almost.
Yes, this game is not, the way this game is going is not at all what's the word?
It's not a knock on Sequoyah.
No,
it's
not
more
at
of
all.
It's more of a
Metro is just that good.
Yes.
Over the line again. Metro, we saw that a lot during warm-ups.
Yeah, I think that was, I think they called Roxy Grissomer. Yeah, she kind of just goes a little off balance on her set there. And Riley Howell gives the point right back. But this one, so far, this set is a little bit closer than the last, but this is also the point where Metro would kind of figure things out and start to pull away.
Exactly. So if Sequoyah could get into the double digits again pretty quick here, they might be able to get maybe at least 15.
And there's Avery Conger with the kill. And that's huge because Giovanna Gelsing was serving that point.
And she was the one that went on the huge run with her serving earlier in the second set that pretty much put Sequoyah to bed.
And Michaels gets a serve, or an ace off the serve. 13-10.
3-point game. I don't think it has been this close.
This late into a set, it has not. That one's blocked and then tipped back over, and it's still Metro point. It's just whenever there's Sequoyah will get a block, and then the ball's kind of just up in the air, and no one really knows what's happening. Metro has just done better in those moments.
Their reaction time to those blocks has been great, and they've been able to get those hits right where there's nobody there because they're all wadded up. But staying within 3 after Metro's serve goes into the net.
Hayden Charles serving. That one is just over. for the ace. 2-point game.
Yeah, just barely bouncing over the net, and it threw Metro completely off.
Something we haven't seen. We haven't seen the Eagles force the Patriots to take a timeout. And I think if they're able to, as I say that, if they're able to get maybe another point or two and just start creeping in closer, maybe they could. And that's one of the things we talked about is they're just trying to see if, hey, just start letting that doubt creep into the back of their minds if they do have to meet up again.
Exactly. However, if there is a huge knock out on Sequoyah is they haven't been able to come out of timeout and set breaks very strong. That's been a big weakness for him so far, and at least the games that we've broadcasted.
Michael sets for Gibson, blocked, and out of bounds, point Sequoyah.
Now within 2, we might have ourselves a game here.
Metro's only, outside of their 2 losses, they've only lost 5 sets all season. And now it's a 1-point set. 15-14.
Definitely uncharacteristic right now, the way Metro is playing, making a lot of mistakes all of a sudden.
This is the only time tonight that we've seen Sequoyah have a little bit of momentum. And that is the best way that Metro can respond, would be just let Haley Bridgeford get after it.
They have momentum. Let's just knock that away real quick.
Bella Brown got it over. Here's Faith Brewer. Bridgeford again. Not as hard of as a spike that time. Bella Brown again. Brewer, that one's Emily Bridgeford. Saved by Bella Brown. And then the tip over is inbounds.
Wow, the way Sequoyah reacted, they definitely thought that was out.
I mean, it was right there on the line.
Yeah, I agree with the call. I do think it was in.
And there's a point, Sequoyah. And so now, 17-15. Grady's Morales will come in to serve for Sequoyah.
That 15 is the highest they've scored against Metro, tied with that tournament they played in.
That's a great block from Lydia Parkey. The senior showing off on senior night.
For sure, she's had that early part of the game. She was playing lights out. A little bit more quiet in this middle section, but there she is again, able to break that 15-point ceiling.
There's Jelsing slapping it over. Eamon Gibson is going for the kill, and Brewer can't get there. We're in a tie set.
Oh, my goodness.
Timeout, Metro.
Wow, good job by the Eagles. Talk about momentum. You talk about creeping in the back of Metro's mind a little bit. I'd say that's it.
I mean, that's something we had talked about. I mean, 17 points in their 5 sets that they've played together this season. I mean, that's the most they've scored against Metro in a set. But, I mean, I think with that timeout, I think that does signal, like, hey, like, we have to take these guys just a little bit more seriously, because they got up 2-0 and then started getting out to a little bit of a lead here in set number 3 and then kind of just let it slip.
Yeah, Sequoyah has to come out of this timeout strong, though. Again, that's kind of been a little bit of a weakness for this team.
Morales serving. Good backspin on the ball. Brewer setting, and that is Haley Bridgeford on the other side now.
That's all right. If you're the Eagles, don't let that get to you.
And now here she is serving. And misplayed I was digging it out, but I don't know, just an awkward.
I think Michaels might have thought the net was closer to her than it was because she definitely kind of had a shot at it but hesitated.
And there is an ace from Haley Bridgeford.
That's about as back pocket as you can get.
3 straight points for Metro. Bridgeford again. Michaels setting for Gibson. She can't get it over.
And this is exactly what I was talking about. 4 straight points coming out of the break.
And you would think Coach Kersey would take a timeout here very soon.
Yeah, because they have a shot at winning this set.
And there is Emin Gibson, who's finally able. That ball was in the air forever.
Bounced off the air conditioning tubes on the roof. Goodness. And I thought maybe they had a shot of recovering.
21-18. Gibson serving. Here's Brewer setting for Gelsing. Tries to dunk it. Gibson for Avery Conger. And a misplay there, and I thought that was 4, and it is.
Some more miscommunication on Metro's part, not knowing who was going to take it, and so both hesitated.
This is the first time tonight Sequoiah's seemed to put any pressure on Metro, really. Gelsing with the spike, and Conger's able to get it. Brewer comes running in, tipped over from Emily Bridgeford. Michaels getting it back over. Emin Gibson, oh, misplayed off her hand. She jumped just a little bit too early.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. She's made a little bit more mistakes tonight than we're accustomed to seeing from her. She's normally just kind of lights out.
Alice Michaels for Avery Conger. Back corner, out of bounds. That would have been a massive point. Morales receiving that one. Alice Michaels for Avery Conger. Again, just jumping a little bit too early. And now it is match point, Metro.
Yeah, this could be the last point of the season for Sequoyah volleyball at this Olin Graham Fieldhouse.
Here's Emin Gibson out of bounds, and that'll do it. Metro wins in 3 sets. A dominant victory for the Metro Christian Patriots.
A much more competitive third set, so the Eagles could kind of take that and put it in the bank.
Especially if they do have to meet again. And I think that will, like, yes, set 1 and 2 weren't as good, but set 3, with it being as close as it was, they put the pressure on and forced them to take a timeout, and then they came out of that timeout and dominated them. But Metro now knows that, hey, like, we can't just take our foot off the gas playing Sequoyah.
For sure. So if they do play again, I'd look out. Maybe Sequoyah could take a set.
Thanks, everybody, for catching Sequoyah volleyball this season on Sequoyah Athletics TV. Again, Sequoyah softball at Chandler tomorrow. You can catch that on Chandler's high school YouTube channel, and that'll be at 11 a.m. On that channel. And then tomorrow night is a carnival, so everyone come out and support. This is the biggest fundraiser of the year for Sequoyah, so all of that goes straight into the classroom, all of that money. So, come out and support. If you can't make it to the game, you can watch it right here on Sequoyah Athletics TV. Our pregame show should start at around 6:10 with the Carnival celebration, Carnival Kings and Queens pre-K through 12th grade. That'll be at 6:30, and then the game is at 7. We will see you then. For Dakota Jackson and our producer Blake Matthews, I have been Britton Ross. We will see you tomorrow night.